Hi, I'm Max, and welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. We've got a great show today, but as you can see, I'm flying solo. Why? Because it's July, and Denise is on her celebration tour for her birthday. So join me in wishing her a happy, happy, happy birthday and to get home safely. A great show. Some of the things we're going to be talking about is a segment that Denise did with MSD. Also, we'll have a piece that Tyler did talking about what's going on with My Swaggy Wag. We're going to check in with Nira, and you're going to find out everything that you need to know about getting your bike ready for this summer because the time to ride is now. And also some great vacation spots if you're looking for a place to get away. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
At LG&E and KU, we're always working hard to make your life a little easier because we know you've got your hands full. Our new mobile app gives you the power to check your account balance, review your payment history, and effortlessly pay your bill from anywhere while making it easier than ever to report and track power outages. Download the app today to get the convenience of LG&E and KU at your fingertips.
For our first segment, as I talked about before the break, Denise got an opportunity to catch up with MSD, so take a look at this.
So it's time again for an exciting segment with MSD because they do provide the safe, clean waterways. This is an exciting event I'm here today because MSD now has new headquarters. I want to introduce you again to the Executive Director, Mr. Tony Parrott. And Tony, welcome once again.
Thank you for having us on Urban Lifestyles.
Yes, indeed. I am so fascinated that it just seems that MSD, I heard the buzzword of innovation and forward thinking, and it just seems like MSD, and you're at the helm, just continues to make improvements that really enhance the city of Louisville. So tell us about this new move for the headquarters and what does it mean for the city?
Well, you know, it's an opportunity for us. We ran out of space at our existing office, so for over a year now, we've been looking for the right opportunity and the right location for our, not only to accommodate our needs for now and into the future, but what made sense with some of the other operations that we have. And West Louisville, Park Hill just seemed like it was a perfect spot. We found a willing partner in Clariant, willing to sell this campus. This is about a 9-acre campus with plenty of parking and great space and opportunity for us at MSD. It is located in Park Hill, which has got a lot of great things going on within the 2 to 3 block radius of this site. So we're excited for MSD, but we're also excited for the community as well.
And speaking of and congratulations, and speaking of the community, also the value that MSD is bringing to this neighborhood here in West Louisville. Also, there's like another company that's going to bring enhancement. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, we've been working closely with the folks that are looking at the redevelopment of the old Rhodia chemical site plant, which is a 17-acre site not far from here, and there's plan for mixed-use development, affordable housing, commercial development. We've been working with a lot of community groups that support us being an anchor institution, and we know that this is bigger than MSD. This is really about us being a partner. We have over 750 employees, and probably over 300 of those will be located at this Park Hill facility. And so we're bringing opportunity for MSD, but opportunity for the community as well.
I'm loving it. It sounds so great. I saw someone had a slogan that said transformation requires courage.
Yes.
And I know you have spoken to me before about making decisions going forward requiring courage. What is some of the takeaways in regards to the requirement of courage and being forward-thinking and innovative?
Right. You know, a lot of people, don't fully understand the overall benefit of a utility. They don't overall understand the overall benefit of us, what we do. And as I mentioned before, our flood protection system and our systems support about 550,000 jobs in downtown Louisville and across the Jefferson County. And our flood prevention system protects over $24 billion in property value in this community. So MSD, we provide wastewater services, but we are 3 utilities in one. And to be able to not only sustain our operation and make it better, but it's going to make us as an organization more collaborative with some of our existing sites that already reside here in West Louisville.
Wonderful. One other thing I heard was a buzzword that is a takeaway for me, and it's that MSD is an anchor corporation in this community. And indeed, without question, MSD, and you're at the helm, Mr. Tony Perry, that what you're doing for the city of Louisville, which makes Louisville one of the greatest cities.
Well, thank you. I mean, we believe that we want to be an anchor institution, and by bringing 300 employees to this site, we can be a part of what's coming down the road, which is, new commercial development, new restaurants, new affordable housing. It may give us an opportunity for some of our staff to be able to become residents of this community. So 1600 Hill Street, we have not fully moved in yet, but we'll be definitely getting information out to the community when we are completely transitioned. But
this transition period would be over what type of time frame?
It's probably going to last over the next 9 to 12 months or so. So by next spring of 25, we anticipate that we'll be fully transitioned over.
All right. Congratulations again to MSD, one of the anchor institutions in our community, because MSD provides safe, clean waterways for us.
Well, that's great news to see that MSD is continually doing great work in the community, and much success with them in the opening of their new headquarters. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
More than just getting from one place to another. It's healthy, social, good for the environment, and anyone can do it. We at Middletown love cycling and really love helping others discover a new passion. Stop in today and let our friendly, knowledgeable staff help you get started. We cater to beginners as well as experienced cyclists. We're a local business that cares about our community because we are a part of the community. Come in today and get on a bicycle that fits your needs and improve your lifestyle.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show is the best that there is. Period.
Don't you make me.
Oh, I can work it around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your number one station for R&B, Magic 101.3.
Now it's time to catch up with Nira over at Middle of Town Cycling. What do you have for us today? Well, we're back at Middle of Town Cycling, and as always, we got fantastic information, news that you can use as it relates to cycling. I'm here with the person who knows everything about cycling. Nira, welcome back to Urban Lifestylez.
Thank you. I don't know about everything, but I do my best.
All right, take the compliment. Today we're going to be talking about pedals and bike shoes and things like that. And to me, I think it is. I think it's something that people really overlook when they're looking at cycling, and it can really make a difference. So tell us what we should know.
As an entry-level cyclist, when you just want to ride your bike, you're not thinking of all the other stuff that you can put on your bike to make your riding experience better. And I think we as a shop, when you buy a bike from us, we try to always educate our customers as to what's the next level that you can take your riding experience to. What is it that you can do to your bike that will make it a better ride, an efficient ride? And I think pedals kind of play an important role. Most people are only familiar with, the old style kind of like toe clip or just a regular flat pedal. But just like you have, cleats for like playing soccer, you have specific shoes for specific sports. There's also specific shoes that you can wear for biking.
So take us through, if we're looking at a basic clip-in to something that's really advanced.
Well, so the basic clip-in is like just like a regular pedal with a toe strap that everybody's familiar with. But then you get into a little bit more advanced kind of shoes. So if you look at the difference here, there are two different styles of shoes, and depending on what you are into or what kind of biking you want to do, this is what a lot of people would be maybe familiar with, because this is what a lot of people use for spin class as well. So it's a cleat that kind of sits in between here. It's recessed, so you can technically walk on this shoe, and this particular one, the cleat is kind of on the outside of the shoe, and so you kind of have to do a little of a penguin walk, as I like to call it. But basically the difference is based on this shoe type, you get to choose a pedal of your choice, and basically this one is easier to get in and out. It's a good way to get into clipping in, and this one is for people who usually tend to ride faster, put down more power, because it has a bigger surface area that it's pulling from. So.
And clipping in is something that some people may not understand.
Yes.
And I did learn through trial and error that it's very important when you're coming to a stop to make sure that you unclip, because I have fallen many of times by not clipping in or out. And then you also have shoes here, and this is what I've gone to, is more of a shoe like that, because I have totally given up on clips.
Yes, so this particular shoe is like a sticky surface and has this kind of like pattern on them, and this most people use in conjunction with a pedal that have pins sticking out, and what it does is it kind of secures the pedal. So yes, you are kind of putting force down and you are pulling and pushing, it's helping you, but you're not committed to clipping in. And most people use this when they're mountain biking, so if they have to, at the drop of a dime, have to get out of the bike and bail, this is the kind of shoe that people use.
So when we're looking at shoes, we've got that covered. Then we come over here and the pedals. And there are just as many options in pedals as there are in shoes.
Yes, just like anything else, you have different brands, different companies making their own, kind of pedals. Their technology is better or not good, or it's a different style of clipping in, but the concept of clipping in is the same. This particular brand here, Shimano, is one of our most popular brands. This particular pedal here uses a shoe like this that I showed earlier, has a bigger surface area. It's like a 3-bolt pattern that we like to call, and so this particular shoe, this particular pedal works better with these shoes. And then you have pedals like this, wherein it's used in conjunction with a shoe like I showed before. The cleats, the pedal itself has it's a smaller layout. It's not as big as the other one, but it does help you walk on your shoe if you're walking a lot in between rides, and it's also an easier way to get in and out of clips. So if you're a novice and you're kind of hesitant to go full in, a lot of people like this, so it's a little bit more confident in getting into clipping in.
So if people want to come and really find out what's the best shoe, the best pedal, the best thing for them to do is actually come over here to Middle of Town Cycling, see Nira, one of her staff, and you'll get them set up, right?
Yep. That's what we do. In fact, we have a bike over there. We will put pedals on there, shoes on there. You can sit all day, just learn how to clip in and clip out, and that way you feel a little bit more confident when you're out on the road.
So as always, great catching up with Nira in Middle of Town Cycling. For all of your biking needs, be sure to stop by and see them. And remember, every Wednesday morning at 7:30 a.m., they're doing bike rides. You can do an 11-mile ride. You can do a 30-mile ride. But wherever you want to fit in, there's a place for you. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show is the best that there is. Period.
Yeah! Chad! Don't you make me!
Oh, I ain't working around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your number one station for R&B, Magic 101.3.
It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works.
Or smile.
Well done, this looks great.
Time to share a story.
I have a great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
And count up. Good job.
Then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/.
One young lady that's very difficult to catch up with is Tyler Maxwell Warren. Since she's been married, they have been globetrotters traveling the world. So take a look at this.
Hi, hello, it's Tyler here, and welcome to an edition of My Swaggy Wag. And that right there, 273,000 shares, is my video of my at-home spa pedicure. And people are, can I say, either very much against it or for it. But the comments were endless, and I have been replying, and then there are people replying to other people who they don't know in the comments, and it's all surrounding my pedicure style. I like to do it the way I was taught, and I've been getting a gel pedicure for over 15 years now, and people just can't seem to understand why I'm doing things the way that I am doing things. So I respond graciously, but I always put my opinion, and I always remind people to do what works for them, because that's what happens in the land of social media. There's a lot of opinions and a lot of people thinking that their way is the only way. Here's the actual video. Let me know what you all think. For my at-home pedicure, because I use gel nails and I'm using gel nail tips, I have a certain way that I do it. I clear my cuticles and I push them back the best that I can, not a lot, but just enough so that it fits my nail bed when I get ready to add on the tip. That's what I do that works well for me. Again, I'm always telling people, do what works for you. I clip my nails down pretty low, and then I go ahead and dehydrate my nail bed, because that is a key when you're using gel tips. Then I take my UV lamp, I dry the glue on there, and because I use paint pigments and I have a whole set of these highlighter colors, I don't worry about trying to have a bunch of different polishes. I just pick a color, highlight a color, and I match it. Once I finish my toenails, I then do the water part of my pedicure. And that's what people are so angry about. I mean, you wouldn't believe the comments. The next thing I did was my nails. I have not shared it yet, but I am sure people are going to be just as angry. I do the same process. This nail I did not apply any tips to. I am going with a milky pink color because I really like this color for the spring and the summer. And I go ahead and do a few coats on my natural nail after I have dehydrated it. Once I did that, I cure it under the gel lamp. I do 2 coats. Then I put on a top clear coat that you have to wipe off with alcohol. Then what I am really into now are the glazes. So I go ahead and put a glaze on top of my top coat. And I'm actually really into these ornaments on nails. So this was a rose plus 2 pearls. Then I dried it, and there you go. Let me know what you think.
Well, as always, Tyler brings you news that you can use, helps you to get your fashion outfit coordinated on a very reasonable budget. We'll take a quick break and back with more.
Morning Drive's gonna be the morning ride. Get the keys, let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Ville's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning.
96.5.
It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works.
Or smile.
Well done, this looks great.
Time to share a story.
A great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
And count up. Good job.
Then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/.
Well, as we said at the top of the show, it's vacation time, and we have done some work for you to pick out 10 locations that you might want to consider if you're looking at taking a resort island type of vacation. Number 1 on the list is Temptation Michis in Punta Cana. I haven't been there, but I've heard great things about it, so something you may want to check out. Breathless at Montego Bay, another great vacation spot. And then there's Sunscape and Caraco Resort. There's Breathless Soul in Cancun. I love Cancun. We spent a lot of time there. It's very relaxing, very laid back, and it's just a neat place to visit. Royalton Chic in Antigua. Definitely on my list of places that I would like to visit. So if you get the opportunity, now is the time. Prices are pretty reasonable, and everybody wants a nice island vacation. Then there's Renaissance and Aruba. Definitely high on my list of places to go. Windjammer Landing in St. Lucia, another great spot. The sights, the scenery, it's all breathtaking. And then there's Rue Montego Bay in Jamaica. Everybody's going to Jamaica, but there's still travel advisories, so if you go, make sure that you stay on the property to stay safe. And then there's Temptation in Cancun. Again, you can't go wrong in Cancun. There's always so many things to do. If you're not shopping, if you're not on the beaches, there's just so many sights to take in. And then there's also, number 10 on the list, Alexander Resort in Turks and Caicos. Courtney and Tyler both have been there, and they have said that it was a phenomenal vacation trip for them. So, again, this is our list. I'm sure you've got some other places that you think are great to visit. Share them with us, and we can share them with the broader audience when we get your information back. We'll take another break and back with more right after this.
At LG&E and KU, we're always working hard to make your life a little easier. Because we know you've got your hands full. Our new mobile app gives you the power to check your account balance, review your payment history, and effortlessly pay your bill from anywhere, while making it easier than ever to report and track power outages. Download the app today to get the convenience of LG&E and KU at your fingertips.
Well, as everyone knows, Sinbad, one of our cherished comedians who has been with us for so long, has been having some very serious health issues. So we thought it would be nice to take a look at one of the interviews that we had with Sinbad. Take a look at this. I had an opportunity to hear your show last night. And in watching you, over the years, you just keep getting better and better and better. And I think what really makes it work for me is that you just talk about life. And that's your approach to comedy. So share with the audience about what you've been doing since the last time you've been in Louisville.
Same thing I always do. I'm on the road doing that, raising my daughter, and she's got an album coming out. She's 24, and just staying, writing, and waiting for the next opportunity. Yeah.
Now, how do you manage to keep it fresh?
That's easy. Everybody keeps it fresh. If you ain't keeping it fresh, you're dying. Everybody who lives got to keep it fresh every day. So that's no big secret. Okay. You just get up every day and do something different.
I was watching your show last night, and you were relating about some of the transition as you were in your 20s and the 30s, and talking about now being in the 50s, yep. And how comedy's changed, how it's changed you, and share a little bit with the audience about what it's like now being in that 50 category, like we both are.
What changes is, I think it's every 10 years, every decade, from 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, and 50s. 50s are actually, if you had your kids young, this is when your kids are finally old enough to be gone, and you're through dealing with younger kids. Like my kids are 21, 24. So now you're dealing with a whole new life. I used to could steal from them and do comedy. Now they're going on and doing their own thing. So I'm looking at a whole new life. Going to basketball games, going to all that stuff is gone now. So now it's about dealing with being lonely. So now you get 50, you're home, and you're home with your wife. And now you find out if you really like each other. So that's the next phase of life. Do you like each other?
Because you're going to be spending a lot of time with that person. And one thing you were talking about older guys, younger women, and I just thought that was a great piece, because that's really a lot of friends that I know, going through those kind of things, and, just talking about those things. I was sitting there and said, you're talking about life. You're talking about things that everybody goes through. Some other things that you were talking about is, what you're doing in the future. Got any movies or anything like that planned?
Well, I got a lot of stuff planned. I hope to be producing TV shows and movies. Hope this year to shoot a couple movies, things that I'm writing myself, doing my own thing. There was things I tried to do in the 90s, and they just weren't feeling it, they weren't ready for it, but now might be the time. So I always believe there's seasons, and I just kind of feel this is my season to do my thing.
Now, you've got a special that's airing now, correctly, on Comedy Central. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's called Sinbad, Where You Been. It's also on DVD right now. DVD, you get about, it's an hour and a half as opposed to 47 minutes, so you get a chance to see all the stuff. You're playing music. I'm back into music again, playing drums, playing guitar, trying to go back that route. I think at 50, you just go back, stuff you dropped, you go back and pick up and say, let me try it again, man. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just trying new stuff and grabbing some old stuff that I let go.
Now, if you had your choice, if you could only do one thing, would you do stand-up? Would you do movies? Or would you go back to music?
I would never do one thing.
Never do one thing?
I don't know what one thing means. I can never do one thing. Never gonna happen.
Now, you've got a very busy schedule. You said you're still traveling. How are you managing to balance all that, keeping family and everything together? I know it's you and your wife, but how do you keep that?
I mean, we've been doing this so long, it's part of our life. I think when you do something a long time, it's just automatic. You make sure you're home, you make sure you do things. When I come home, I know once I come home, like on Monday, we start getting to our routine being at home. It's almost like when you're a road animal, you have two lives. I had a road life and I have a home life. And I had to learn to blend those. When I was young, sometimes the road life becomes more real than the home life because you're on the road so much.
Right. Looking at some other things that are happening in the world, we've got our first African-American president. What did that mean to you?
Well, for us, I didn't think I would see it in my lifetime. I didn't think, Barack was a whole different kind of person. I mean, I think it's a shame to say, but I think white America had to be comfortable. Because I think inner city brother, they never got comfortable with. Because we talk a certain way. We talk with like Tiger, they didn't like that swagger. They want to beat the swagger out of him. It's not about him cheating. It's about the swagger that brother carried. So he knows, I think Barack has that ability to go back and forth between the two different ways of life. And I just knew a black president would catch hell. And he is catching hell. And no matter what he says, you got certain people going, you see the real side of America right now with a black president. You see it upset the apple cart.
We know it's summertime, and we know that Shay is busy over at 101.3, so let's take a look.
Hey, Max and Denise, it's your girl Shay K, and it's Magic 101.3. I wanted to just drop in really quickly and just tell you we have a lot of stuff that's coming up. A lot of things are coming to the city, and of course, Magic's your plug. So the first point of order, is our website, which is 1013online.com, because if you miss anything, you can always go to our website and get details. But we have the Sky Soul Fest that's coming up, and that's August the 10th, and it's going to be on the waterfront. Now, the reason I'm so excited about this event, because not only are the promoters homegrown, but we just got a good lineup. You've got Anthony Hamilton, you've got Drew Hill, you've got Kiki Wyatt, you've got Dougie Fresh, so there's something for everybody, and this event is actually family friendly. So if you're having a family reunion or you got people coming into town, I'm just saying you could buy them tickets, take them to the Sky Soul Fest, and then send them home after. You don't have to clean up your house. You don't have to do anything. And they've had a great time. And again, if you miss any details or just want to enter to win, because we're giving away tickets, hit our website, which is 1013online.com, and go from there. I got to get out of here because I got a couple things to do. But next time when I come back, I'm going to have some more details. And Max and Denise, I appreciate you letting me get on here and just run my mouth a little bit and tell you everything that's coming and everything that Magic 101.3 has for the 502. It's your girl Shay K, and it's Magic 101.3.
Once again, thanks for keeping us informed and keeping us connected. I think that's our show, and that's our time, and we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles. And remember to vote and take the shot. Bye. Stay safe.
To crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works.
Or smile.
Well done. This looks great.
Time to share a story.
Have a great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
And count up. Good job.
Then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/